What's up, guys? It's Andrew here with 765 Disc Review. So today I've got the Gateway Discs Realm. So starting off here, first things first, thank you so much to Big Z Disc Golf for sending me this. I won a giveaway from them a while back, and they asked if I would do, or if I was looking for any discs to do some reviews on, and I told them Gateway was one of the brands that I hadn't tried out a lot. So I was really curious to try out more of their discs, more of their plastic as well. So the Diamond Realm was one that they sent me, so can't thank you guys enough for sure. If you're looking for discs, be sure to check them out. They've got a really awesome stamp here. I love this Big Z Disc Golf stamp. I feel like it looks super cool to me. I can't say enough about it for sure. But if you get a chance, definitely check them out for sure. If you are local to Indiana as well, they're out of Fort Wayne, so can't recommend them enough for sure. So starting off the Gateway Realm, sorry. So the numbers are pretty much spot on with a Innova Destroyer, I believe. So 12 for speed, 5 for glide, -1 for turn, and 3 for fade. All things considered, this is a solid driver, but I was really surprised, especially for the plastic, how kind of understable it was given the flight numbers. So I remember my very first throw of it, and I'll try to include it if I didn't delete it because it was an absolute shank. I was throwing it into a bit of a headwind, and with it being diamond plastic and just knowing the flight numbers, what I knew before throwing it, I was like, okay, I better put some anhyzer on it. Even with this headwind, I better put some anhyzer on it just so I can make sure I get some distance out of it. Put some anhyzer on it, and it just sailed over to the left, just held it the whole way. So definitely not incredibly stable as far as the flight numbers go. I was a little surprised with that. One of the things that I noticed, so a while back I did a review on the Gateway Ether, which is kind of more like a Grace. I want to say it's like 11.5, -1.2 if I remember correctly. And I was just really surprised because I almost feel like the flight number should have been flipped. So the Ether, I thought, in my experience, was a little bit more stable than what I thought the flight numbers were. I feel like this almost matches those flight numbers a little bit better. So it's something that I think when you learn it, it is a really great disc. But if you're expecting it to kind of be this, high-powered workhorse driver, I'm not quite sure it's all that. So for me, I think forehand, I know I'm not generating as much spin as the backhanders go, so discs are going to fly a little bit more understable for me here. But I was definitely getting some consistent turn out of it. It definitely wasn't something that I was going to throw like max power into a headwind, and that's with kind of having about, I would say, 350 of consistent distance as far as feet go off the tee pad. So for me, I thought it was a little bit more on the understable side. The Ether definitely tended to be more stable for me, but not a bad disc. I think especially in this last round that I just played with it, so some of the videos you'll likely see towards the end of my throws here, I started to kind of figure it out a little bit more and kind of know what it could handle. And once you do that, it was a really solid disc, and I feel like it was kind of hitting the same distance as kind of any other distance driver that I might throw. So once you get that figured out, for sure, I definitely think it's a worthwhile disc if you encounter it. If your kind of max consistent distance is around 330, I think that this is going to be a great workhorse driver for you. I think if it's above 330, you might find this to be a little bit more understable than what you would want out of your workhorse driver. So it's not a bad disc by any means, but it's definitely not one that handles wind incredibly well. But nonetheless, a pretty solid disc if you get the chance there. If you're under 330, it's going to end up probably being more on that stable side for sure, if I had to guess. But definitely worth checking out. So not a bad disc at all. Like I said, once I kind of figured it out and got it to click, I definitely think that it's for sure a worthwhile disc. So definitely worth checking out there. I'm sure Big Z Disc Golf still has some on their site, so check it out for sure. Appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.